Morning students, I welcome you all for the online class of business studies. Today we will be going to start a new chapter and the last part of the term 1, that is the social responsibilities of business and business ethics. In the last chapter we have learned various emerging modes of the business, the new ways of doing business. In this chapter we will be going to learn the various social responsibilities of the business towards the society and what the moral values a business must possess. In the business ethics chapter, we will be going to learn these particular topics. What do you mean by first of all the social responsibility, student? Social responsibilities means the various duties and obligations of the business toward the society. It is termed as social responsibility. So this chapter constitutes of the various duties and liabilities of the business toward the society. Let us have the reading of this chapter. In the previous chapter, we have discussed that a business cannot survive for a longer period of time by pursuing only economic objectives. Along with economic objectives, it must have some social objectives. In addition to earning profit, business must render services to society. Business is the most important organ of the society, so it must try to strengthen the society. Concept of social responsibility, when we see, social responsibility relates to the voluntary efforts on the part of the businessman to contribute to the social well-being. Social responsibility is the obligation of businessman toward the society. Businessman must review the impact of the decision and actions on the other sections of the society. They should recognize and understand the aspirations of society in which they are running the business. In simple words, if we want to learn, the social responsibilities means the voluntary efforts of the businessman towards the society in which business is existing. We cannot think about the business without the society. So it is the prime objective of the businessman to see over the duties and responsibility toward the society and to fulfill also the duties and responsibility. The business cannot exist in isolation. The businessman make use of resources of society and earn from the members of society, so they must do something for the society. Definitions of social responsibility by different authors, when we see, the idea of social responsibility supposes that the corporation has not only economic and legal obligation but also certain responsibilities to society which extend beyond these obligations. According to Joseph W. McGlure, social responsibility of business implies that the businessman's decisions and actions are taken for reasons at least partially beyond the firm's direct economic or technical interest. Keith Davis. The case for social responsibility, when we see, I think the definitions are very clear. All the type of people are saying about the one thing, that the idea of social responsibility suppose us to the business has not only economic activity but also having the social responsibility, social obligations, social duties toward the society in which business is existing. Now we will see the various cases for having social responsibility. A businessman must perform social responsibilities because of the following reasons. Self-interest. From the inside of the person, the interest must arise to do social business. Means business cannot be done in isolation. It needs the support of the society because raw materials, the labor, all are coming from the society. If we will see that these things are good, definitely it will become self-interest of the business to do the social responsibility. In the long run, businessmen gain by performing social responsibilities. In present-day environment, the expectation of public from business has changed. Business is a creation of society and make use of resources of society. And if business fails to satisfy the valuable needs of society, then society can revoke back its resources. To survive and grow in society for long run, the business must come to the expectations of the members of society. The way society is giving to business what it requires, in the same way business must give society what it wants. Better environment for business. Social responsibilities create better environment for the business operation, as social responsibilities improves quality of life, result in raising standard of living of people, so business will get better community to conduct business. The labor will be of better quality, the customer will be of better quality, and society will be better, so better opportunities for business will be available. Public image. A business can improve its image in public by assuming social responsibilities. Satisfied employees, workers, customers and suppliers contribute maximum contribution towards the business. The people develop faith and trust in the business, assuming in social responsibility. So if the businessman want to form a public image strong and for a longer period of time, definitely they have to make the social responsibility to be done. Nowadays customers and workers are well informed about the social responsibilities. Consumer expect better quality product at reasonable price. Similarly, workers expect fair wages. If business is satisfying their expectation by assuming social responsibility, then the businessman can improve their image in the eyes of the consumers, employees, etc. Avoidance of government interference. Definitely, if we want the government to not to interfere in every matter of the business, then what is needed? That is the social responsibility toward the society has to be done by the businessman. That will avoid the government to interfere in the matters of the business. Government intervention is costly to businessmen and restrict their flexibility and freedom of making decisions. For example, government has passed the Consumer Protection Act to prevent adulteration, black marketing and other antisocial practices. Thus, social responsibilities are essential for avoiding governmental action against the business. Social power. A business firm has considerable social power. It directly affects the rate of economic growth, employment opportunities, distribution of income, etc. Business has a corresponding responsibility toward the society in which it is existing. So business from every point, it must not see only the profit earning as a motive, but it also have to see the various responsibility toward the society. It makes the businessman to do social responsibility themselves. There must be a balance between the power and responsibility. Any imbalance opens the door to irresponsible behavior. The power is given to meet the responsibility. If businessman avoid it, then some of its power can be withdrawn by the government and other social groups. Resources used for moral justification. Business has resources such as money, talent, experts in technical areas, physical and financial resources. The businessman can assist government within these resources in solving the problems. For example, business can help in solving the problem of regional disparity by setting up industries in backward regions. Business can help in solving problems of unemployment by offering employment opportunity. This all way business is helping the government in solving the problem of the society. Now, in the current pandemic situation, many businessmen had came forward like Tata and other companies who had helped the government in many of the ways. They contributed for the welfare of the society. So that way contribution to they had shown their moral justification. Next come contribution to social problems. Business has created some problems such as pollution, creation of unsafe workplaces, discrimination, etc. We are familiar. Many type of diseases are spreading nowadays, like asthma and different type of diseases in the society. Businessmen have to see the priority to the health of the society. There is a moral argument that business has an obligation to help in solving social problems because it helps in creating those or in perpetuating those problems. Businessmen must take initiative to solve social problems because these are created as a result of business operations. The case against social responsibility. Some experts criticize the concept of social responsibility. Some of the arguments given against social responsibilities are given below. Motive of earning profit. The primary objective and the most important objective of every business is to maximize the profit. The success of business is measured by the rate of earning profit, and all the decisions in business are governed by the desire to maximize the profit. Managers are agents of owners, so their sole mission should be maximizing the wealth of owners, shareholders by complying with law and order. So case against social responsibilities is very first. Some of the people thinks their profit will be reduced if they will be doing this type of social responsibilities. Their motive is earning profit. They want to be in competition, and to be in a competition they don't have to see the society. That is the case which says some of the businessmen are against of social responsibility. Lack of social skill. The business firms and managers have the skill to handle business operations. They have economic outlook. They are not expert to tackle the social problems. As a result, they make the situation worse rather than improving it. Some of the factories and industry which are set up in nowadays, they are not knowing how to balance between the society and the business. They are doing their business as the way they like. As a result, they make the situation worse rather than improving it. The social problems must be tackled by social experts, and this should not be solved by unskilled and inexperienced businessmen. Social responsibility involves cost. Business has limited and scarce resources, and it must use the resources wisely. Assuming social responsibility involves cost, and businessmen will not spend this cost from their pocket. They will pass the cost to consumer by increasing the price of the commodity, which is again a measure against the society. Dilution of basic goal of business. The basic goal of business is pursuing its economic objective, which is the primary objective of the business. If a businessman involves himself in solving social problem, then he may not be left with enough resources and time to pursue his economic objectives. Involvement of business in social activities may dilute the focus of business from economic productivity and may weaken business in market standings. The businessman may get confused about his role in the society. The businessman should concentrate on strengthening the society economically by improving the productivity, and he should not waste his time and energy in assuming the social responsibilities. So, in short, if we want to see this point, here it is said that businessmen don't want to follow the social responsibilities toward the society, because some of them thinks if they will be focusing on the social welfare, then the main objective of the organizational goal, that is profit motive, will be diluted. It will be removed from their objective. So that to maintain stability, they don't want to do social responsibility. Businessmen are not moral agents. Social responsibility is a moral concept. Business organizations are not moral agents. People can have moral responsibilities but not organizations. We cannot expect a business organization to act on moral grounds, as organizations are structured to attain certain practical objectives. Reduction in competitiveness. In present market situation, Indian businessmen are not only facing internal competition, but there is international competition also. In case they are asked to incur expenditure on social problem, then this expenditure will increase their cost, and the prices of their goods and services will also increase, and they will not be able to compete with the foreign companies, as these companies do not have social costs added to their products and services. So this was the particular topic, that is case against social responsibility, in which maximum businessmen, 60% businessmen of our country don't want to contribute in the social welfare of the society, because they think it is a burden over the business. In this competitive world, the business have to focus on the business instead of the society, because society can make their own progress and development themselves. These are the thinkings which make the businessman not to do social responsibility. Next class, we will be going to learn the reality of social responsibility, whether it is needed to be done or not to be done. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day.